Who I am is of no consequence. The fact that I ran a New York-based executive search firm for over 20 years gives me a fair amount of knowledge in the employment arena. I am going to apologize for reading this, but I want to make sure that this message is correct. President Obama, Mr. Romney, you need to pay attention to the following message if you want to substantially lower the unemployment rate and give military veterans a chance at being gainfully employed. Spend just 5 minutes viewing this, and I will explain how. America, the land of opportunity. For decade after decade, this phrase rang true. But now, for the most part, it is just wishful thinking. Want proof? Ask many of today's college graduates who, after accumulating mountains of debt, have taken a job for the equivalent of minimum wage, if they were lucky enough to find a job at all. Ask any of the 14 million unemployed or the veterans that come home and are unable to find work, some who eventually are forced to join the ranks of the homeless. Shame on us, America. If you are in favor of bringing between 6 to 10 million manufacturing jobs back to America, we need your help, support, and thoughts. Ultimate Utilization is a new organization formed to help tackle this issue head-on. We need our political representatives and corporations throughout America to pay attention. The American people pay your salary and consume your products. It's time for a little payback. Specifics rather than generalities on how to dramatically reduce unemployment are what's needed and needed now. How can we accomplish the type of production that is necessary to bring our nation back to the glory days of yesteryear? The answer is patriot corporations and the loyalty of the American consumer. What is a patriot corporation? Essentially, these will be break-even corporations that will not be required to show a profit. These will be the vehicles to bring back the manufacturing of products no longer manufactured in America or manufactured on a limited basis back to American soil. In the last 15 years, America has lost approximately 12 to 14 million jobs overseas. A wide range of manufactured products, such as appliances, electronics, clothing, textiles, etc., need to be returned to our shores. Patriot corporations, because of their break-even structure, will be able to compete much more cost-effectively with foreign manufacturers. Hiring of the unemployed and veterans will be a top priority for the patriot class of corporation. Profit at any cost has been the rule of the road for decades. In the past, if a division of a major public corporation broke even or made only a small profit, that division was either sold, closed, or the manufacturing portion sent overseas. The reason behind these decisions was clear. These divisions, when added to the corporation's financials, made them weaker, which in most cases affected the stock price negatively and caused upper management's bonuses to become smaller or non-existent. What we are proposing is that the governing bodies allow corporations to have as many as 3 Patriot break-even divisions, which will not have to be included in their public financials. The main purpose of these Patriot corporations will be to employ American workers and return the unemployed and veterans to work and into active consumers, purchasing American-made goods. Additional standalone Patriot Corporation startups could be financed in the following way, using zero taxpayer dollars. Let me repeat that, zero taxpayer dollars. Utilizing the so-called millionaire's tax, which we feel would never receive congressional approval, we suggest the following alternative. Instead of increasing taxes on the rich, the proposed tax increases will be put into a pool to help finance more Patriot corporations. A board of approximately 5 individuals will be selected from the group of contributors for each Patriot corporation. They will oversee the initiation and growth of these individual companies, guiding and establishing them into long-term viable corporations. As these companies become successful, and only then, the individual investment capital will be returned to the pool members with a modest interest added, which would not be considered taxable income. Should the government elect to supply additional funding then the same formula of repayment plus interest will apply. We consider this to be a long-term permanent solution rather than a quick Band-Aid fix. Obviously, this cannot be accomplished overnight. As a short-term boost to help lower unemployment, ultimate utilization suggests the following. Example, a corporation currently employs 500 people. If they add employees above the 500 level from the unemployed or veteran ranks, the corporation will get to keep 80% of the federal taxes paid by the individual for the first 2 years of employment. The additional 20% will go to the federal government. Full credit for taxes paid will go to the individual. However, as a further example, if the corporation has reached 510 employees and reduces that number to 509, then the tax incentives for the highest paid individual in the program will cease. The plus side of this arrangement is the government now gets new tax revenue. The corporation gains enormous public goodwill and loyalty. The individual is removed from the unemployment rolls, saving local governments needed capital, and the now employed worker becomes an active consumer with a much more positive outlook in life. Definitely a win-win situation. Please go to our website, www.ultimateutilization.com, for further details. We need your support. If you agree with these new ideas, please tell as many of your friends and influential people that you may know about the website and its concepts. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Let's all come together and help America become strong and the land of dreams once again.